YouTube, how's it going? Got another live build coming at you. And this one's actually results of something I already did. I did a video on machine gun barrel karambits. I did a video where I was making a tomahawk, and I was trying to do 2 tomahawks. And it turns out that this stuff does not weld up very well. So what I did was I put a 1078, essentially 1080 high carbon core in here, and it didn't weld together, so I cut it apart. Well, you can still see the rifling from the machine gun barrel, for the 50 caliber barrel. Yeah, definitely not a machine gun, definitely a machine gun. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to heat these up and see if I can't make something out of them. Guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to give me some likes, drop a comment, and we'll see how long I can do this before have people walk into the shop. But here we go. Now, the material I'm working with, I'm assuming, is a chrome moly steel of some sort. And what I mean by that is that there's a fair amount of chromium in it. It's not the highest carbon, but it's got other alloying elements that make it strong. Some of the previous projects that I have worked on with that particular material were these karambits. And now, why not make an EDC? What's an EDC? It's an everyday carry knife. So what's it going to be? The karambit, but not the karambit. It's going to have a little, it's going to have a small blade. It's going to be a one-piece, integral construction. May or may not have a ring on the end. I may make one different than the other. Hell, I don't know. But stay tuned. We're going to find out. So I've got my Atlas forge going right now, and I've got the steel coming up to temperature. Now the core right here, that's this was actually forged from a section of 1078 railroad spike from Atlas Knife and Tool. This is still good steel, so I will likely forge that into something at some point, even if it's just a striker. But as you can see, this did not weld up very well at all, and you can see some weird green coloration here. Now, is that an indicator of like some kind of chromium oxide? I don't know. Would it be residual fouling that was in the barrel? It could be, but I don't think so. Either way, it did not weld up, but it compressed enough that you can actually see remnants of the rifling in that particular piece of steel right there. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to try to get this laid out flat, because it's been manipulated enough that I'm probably going to have some edges that are going to have to come off. But let's see if I can get it laid out flat first. And once more, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. That's starting to flatten out pretty good. I'm working this on the horn of the anvil because I've got a concave section like that I don't want to fold in on itself, because one, I know I'm going to have difficulty trying to weld that back onto itself, especially if it's got chromium in the steel. There are some elements that, can you weld it to itself? Yeah. How hot does it have to be, and what headaches do you have to deal with? And that's stuff I'm trying to avoid at the moment. So I'm going to work on the horn of the anvil to take that cupped area and try to flatten it out as much as possible within reason. Then we're going over to the power here. Now I am using my Atlas knife and tool, my little forge here. And it works pretty good. I just started it up, so it's not really heating as well as it will once that refractory is really soaked up the heat, radiated heat. But very shortly it will be. go. Now I've got a lot of ambient light here between the shop lights, these LED shop lights, and the sunlight coming through. It doesn't look like it's running very hot, but trust me, it is. Is it good? Ignacio Puentes. I couldn't tell you whether this is going to make a good knife or not. Edge retention is not going to be as great as a lot of the high carbon steels, but it's a cool piece to make. So we will find out. Hello, how's it going? How's it going? Awesome! New Braunfels. My brother used to live there, actually. That's cool. So the first step of this process is going to be turn these two pieces into a bar of steel, 2 bars of steel, if you will, rather, and start drawing down that tip. Do some cool stuff like that. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Okay, so I've got a fish lip tip right here. We're going to go ahead and cut that off. All right. Guys, we'll be back in just a few. Catch you in a bit. Be sure to like and subscribe. We've got more builds coming.